So how lean was I heading into this prep? I got a DEXA scan to find out, and the results might surprise you. But what might surprise you even more is the advice from ChatGPT. So for context, a DEXA scan has one of the highest accuracies for measurement of body fat. And my body fat came in at 23.8%. A little bit higher than what I expected, but it's all good because on this prep, body fat should and will be coming down over the coming weeks. And my lean body fat percentage was 72.3. The idea here is body fat percentage should come down and lean body mass should go up, or at least stay the same or minimal drop. That would be the ideal scenario here. Now, when I spoke to the health expert when I got the test done, she believed that I could get to around 15% body fat according to DEXA. So we're gonna put it to the test and see just how lean I get. Now, what was really interesting was the advice from ChatGPT when I plugged in this report. Firstly, ChatGPT gave a really clean and clear breakdown of the report. What was really interesting was my target body fat percentage, which it believed to be 4 to 6% body fat. Now, whilst that might be true that competitors do get down to that percentage, not all athletes and competitors have done a DEXA scan to measure body fat. Typically, most people do the skin fold test or other forms of scales like the Tanitas, much less accurate than the DEXA scan. But with ChatGPT believing the 4 to 6% range is the target, this is what it thought my body fat and body weight should get down to. My target fat mass at 6% should be around 4.2 to 4.5 kilos, with an estimated stage weight of, get this, 71 to 72 kilograms, which is 156 to 158 pounds. Now, I have not been that weight since I was about 14 years old, maybe younger. So I have no idea how it's predicting such a low body weight to get to. Previously, my stage weight has been around the 177, maybe 175 at best, and that's super ultra lean. At my weight, at my age, at my height, I should not be getting down to this weight. So I think ChatGPT is pretty out of line there and not quite estimating this in line with the DEXA scan. The prediction is highly likely to be based on other forms of body fat measurements, which are typically less accurate and typically can come in much lower than the DEXA. What this means in terms of target fat loss is 16.5 to 17 kilos over 22 weeks, with an average fat loss of 0.75 to 0.8 kilos per week, which is 1.65 pounds. Now, if I was to be losing that over 22 weeks consistently, I most definitely will be burning into muscle tissue. My body doesn't have that much body fat. Well, it has a fair amount of body fat, but not that much to be losing that much consistently over 22 weeks. Highly likely that I would just be chasing a number on the scales, but not looking how I need to look for stage. As much as body fat is an indication of how lean you are, it's about how I look on stage. So I will be focusing on the DEXA for my body fat measurements, but I'm not going to be obsessing over the number. This is just a bit of data to show you the process, to really test if ChatGPT can guide me to getting stage ready in 22 weeks. And some recommendation adjustments, aiming for 0.8 to 1 pound per week. Again, really good piece of advice and kind of the range that I would be looking to lose if I wasn't using AI as my coach. Final thoughts from AI, my target stage weight, 71 to 73 kilos, which I think is insane. Target body fat, 5 to 6%, which I think is achievable depending on the form of measurement. Now, according to DEXA, I would like to see sub 15, maybe sub 10, but maybe other forms I can come in much leaner. Lean mass preservation is your number one goal. I totally agree with this here. When you're prepping for a competition and you're going to present your physique, you want to look as full as you can, hold as much muscle as you can, whilst also coming in as lean and dry as possible. The goal isn't just to lose weight and lose fat and come on stage looking really thin and unhealthy. The goal is to look healthy, look full, and look aesthetic. So I think ChatGPT was quite out of line here with the advice to get down to 5 to 6%. I think it was basing this on some other forms of measurements, or typically where people get down to, but not always measuring on the DEXA scan. Now, I'll be blown away if I do get down to that, given where I'm starting and given I've never been down to the weight that it's proposed. But let's see. I don't care too much about the percentage. I don't care too much about the weight. What I do care about is how I look and how I look at that weight. Now, I know where I've been in the past. I think ChatGPT is trying to push it a bit too far here without much indication of where I've been. But let's see. It was just a bit of fun. And I'm going to show you guys the process of getting there, getting stage ready. And we'll see what that's going to be. Comment below. Let me know what you think my body fat will get down to by the time I step on stage.